Welcome. Results update. Chawama Constituency parliamentary by-election. 15 to 16 January 2026. Chawama, Lusaka District. Voters in Chawama Constituency went to the polls Thursday, January 15, 2026, in a much-anticipated parliamentary by-election to elect a new member of parliament after the seat was declared vacant late last year. Background to the by-election. The by-election was triggered after the National Assembly Speaker, Nellie Moody, formally declared the seat vacant due to prolonged absence of former MP Tassila Lungu, who had not attended parliamentary sittings for months, while mourning the death of her father, former President Edgar Lungu. Tassila Lungu had represented Chawama since her election in the 2021 general poll, and her departure left the constituency without representation for several months. Early voting and turnout. Polling stations across the constituency opened early, with long queues forming as residents exercised their constitutional right to vote. The atmosphere on Election Day was widely described as peaceful and orderly, contrasting with past electoral contests in the area. President Hakainde Hichilema lauded the conduct of campaigns and voters, noting that candidates and supporters alike had maintained calm and respect throughout the process. Candidates in the race. A total of 9 candidates contested the by-election, representing a mix of established political parties and independent aspirants. Among the frontrunners were Morgan Munda, United Party for National Development, UPND, Bright Nundwi, Forum for Democracy and Development, FDD, Davison Mulna, Citizens First James Fairai, National Democratic Congress Nzana Musakuma, Leadership Movement Muhammad Mitit, New Congress Party Alpha Majiza, George Mwenya, Elijah Saya Twambo, independent candidates. The selection of Morgan Munda as a UPND candidate was confirmed after the party replaced an earlier nominee due to administrative issues with the voters' roll. Counting and preliminary results. With voting concluded, counting began late Thursday and continued into the early hours of Friday, January 16, 2026. Early consolidated results from around 30 polling stations indicated a tight contest. According to preliminary figures, FDD candidate Bright Nundwi held an early lead with about 1,942 votes. UPND's Morgan Munda trailed closely with around 1,507 votes. Citizens First Davison Mulna had secured about 364 votes. Independent candidates and smaller parties trailed with lower tallies, and 75 ballots were rejected in the sample counted so far. These figures are preliminary and not official final results. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, was still awaiting returns from additional polling stations when these counts were published. Incidents at Tally Center. Unconfirmed reports from the tallying center suggested tensions could have arisen late into the count, with allegations of temporary power disruptions and police using tear gas to disperse some members of the public and party agents, claims that have not been independently verified or confirmed by police or electoral officials. Significance of the by-election. Observers see the Chawama contest as more than a local election. It's a bellwether for political sentiment ahead of Zambia's general election later in 2026. The peaceful campaign and competitive results point to a maturing democratic atmosphere in a constituency once known for heightened political tension. Thank you for watching. For more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. Stay informed by subscribing, and until the next episode, one Zambia, one nation, and one people.